We have one more speaker for you today and a couple of performances, so hang in there with me. It's almost over. I know you guys are cold and ready to get inside. Our final speaker today is Brook, who has a fan club. He's going to be speaking on behalf of Austin Achieve Charter School. And also, as a Teach for America graduate, Joe is very excited to share with you his story about why educational choice is important for the state of Texas. Joe?
Thank you. Good morning. What if I told you it was possible for education to be equal for all students? What if I told you we have the power to change the education system? When I look out into this crowd and others that I've seen, I see what is possible. I see my students. You guys are out there. I know you're out there. So I wanted to speak today both to the students and to the families about hope. Students want to learn, excuse me, they want to feel safe, and they want to be prepared for the challenges that they will face ahead. As a public charter school teacher, I know this because I've spoken to them. I work with them every single day. I also know that people want to meet their basic needs, and for too many students, these aren't met. And for years, students are stuck in environments that unsafely or unfairly stifle them. They have no way out. For too many, all they can do is wish for a better opportunity. So when someone asks me why I'm a public charter school teacher or why students should get choice, that's what I tell them. As a history teacher, as my students know this well, I hope, I often look to the past for guidance. But the past is helpful in the case of school choice. In the past, when systems have broken, when they no longer help the people, they made choices, commitments to change them. People didn't like the way the king was ruling, so they formed their own country. People did not like that segregation was everywhere, so they stopped riding buses and refused to go to the back. People didn't want to work 7 days a week, so they started striking. My point here is that history shows us that at some point people stopped being okay with a broken system and they searched for a way to fix it. Historically, people have the power to change. Why should schools be any different? Why should students be expected to wait or continue to fail? The numbers tell us that people know the system is broken. Some 200,000 students in Texas that now attend free public charter schools tell us that something is not right. They've already made the choice. These voices are telling us that it is no longer acceptable to wait. Another 100,000 students are waiting for their chance. Student by student, family by family, we are seeing that people are no longer willing to accept a system of unequal education. Really though, when I think about education, about choice, and really everything, I think about a conversation I had yesterday. This is embarrassing to admit as a teacher, but I had a 7th grader. Her name is Katya, she's with us today. Edit my speech. That was kind of a joke. She really did edit it. As crazy as this sounds, it was probably the best decision I made in preparing. I spoke with a student who is here today and will hopefully see me performing well up here about her experience at our school, Austin Achieve. She talked to me about how upon arriving at the school last year with almost no knowledge of the English language, it was because of her teachers that pushed her to learn English and try. And not just let her get by, that she's where she is today. I asked her what would happen if she had gone somewhere else or chosen to go to a different school, and she's told me that she probably wouldn't be speaking English today. Her story is the reason why I teach. It is also the reason that choice can be so important. As many people have mentioned, choosing a school may be the only opportunity to escape the inequality of the system, and the only chance students have to achieve their full potential. The bottom line is that we are here today because we have hope. Many of us have discovered what is possible in a school with a new free charter, when a new free charter school opens its doors. I've seen it. I've worked with some of the most committed educators, the most dedicated parents, and the most hopeful students in charter schools. So in closing, I'm reminded of the words of a personal inspiration, historian Howard Zinn. Zinn once said, if we do act in however small a way, we don't have to wait for some grand utopian future. The future is an infinite succession of presents, and to live now as we think human beings should live, in defiance of all that is bad around us, is itself a marvelous victory. We cannot afford to wait for our utopia. Each of us must commit ourselves to the small acts that will allow our students equal access to a quality education. Today, that small act is to support choice so that we can take these first steps towards greater equality for all students. Thank you.